Hello and welcome to our lightning talk. The theme of this year's conference is focused on metadata and discovery with an emphasis on bigness. Well, big ambitions come from the smallest ideas, and without wishing to overstate our bigness, the Mercian Metadata Group is very much an example of this. For a brief discussion at CILIP's Catalogue and Indexing Group 2018 conference in Edinburgh, colleagues from Aston University and Birmingham City University identified a shared need within the Midlands for support around the creation and management of metadata, and have gone on to form a special interest group in their region. This presentation aims to outline the first year of the group's life, how its activity has contributed to sharing knowledge and developing best practice, and what lessons we have learned.
Through our discussions, we recognise that the library landscape has changed dramatically over the last decade, with in-house cataloguing largely being replaced by third-party or supplier data. The traditional role of the cataloguer has been replaced by that of the metadata specialist, which encompasses a broad range of disciplines, knowledge and challenges. This has refocused how we as a community think about our everyday practice. We remain committed to improving the discoverability of our institution's resources and recognise that metadata is at the heart of successfully achieving this. There are key areas, for example, around the question of data quality and the adoption and promotion of new standards, where sharing existing expertise and experience would be and is beneficial to both our individual institutions and the sector in the Midlands in general. A key driving force for us in setting up the group was the realisation that the majority of metadata specialists in the region, and this is probably reflected nationally as well, are lone workers or working in small teams. As library workers, we and the collections and resources we manage would benefit from the availability of additional mutual and cost-effective peer-to-peer support and a shared framework. In essence, we wanted to create a community of practice in the Midlands to support our work. We were also aware that in an age of austerity, metadata can be reduced to just another voice amongst many, so we wanted to create a mechanism to try and keep it big in our institution's agendas. We knew that this wouldn't happen independently. We needed to make it happen ourselves and become advocates for quality metadata, both within our workplaces and region.
We decided to create a special interest group within the Mercian Collaboration with the goal of creating a community of practice to support individual metadata workers. This would be a cost-effective way of breaking their isolation, particularly when advocating for metadata provision to our senior managers. We also wanted to complement the existing professional networks like the MDG by providing a regional voice to this national body. We should briefly explain the work of the Mercian Collaboration. Similar to its counterparts across the country, i.e. the Northern Collaboration or WELF, it is a professional network formed of Sconnell higher education libraries across the East and West Midlands. One of its aims is to offer member events, as well as working with other groups to provide training and development opportunities for awareness raising, skills development, and professional thinking to support the range of members' requirements, which it supports through the creation of special interest groups. To gauge the support for this proposal and concretise our core areas of concern and action, a planning meeting was held at Birmingham City University in February 2019. Invitations were sent to all 23 Mercian Collaboration members. We had 17 delegates representing 15 institutions. There was full agreement amongst these present that with the proposal that metadata crosses a number of disciplines and roles within our institutions, and it would be beneficial to have a forum dedicated to improving and promoting metadata practice within the region. Suggestions for future activity were also made at this meeting, and a Mercian JISC mailing list was created. This gave us a mandate to formally propose the creation of the group to the Mercian Collaboration directors at a meeting in March 2019, where the group was officially welcomed as a new special interest group. This was a very formal process, and it required us to outline our proposed terms of reference and membership, as well as our strategic aims. But doing this meant we had the backing of our directors, and it forced them to think about metadata for a while.
Since its creation in March 2019, the MMG has managed to host 4 public events involving both regional institutions and national bodies. There would have been one more RDF RIMF event, but unfortunately other events overtook us. So to summarise the events, the first event, the Future of Cataloguing, was held at Aston University in August 2019. This event was to showcase the group within the region and identify the key concerns of future potential participants so that we could prepare future events and future activity. It was based on a similar World Cafe style event held in Edinburgh in June 2019 that Will had attended, the only difference being that we reduced the number of discussion topics from 6 to 4. We were also joined by members of the Wealth Consortium and MDG members from London. We've also held 2 e-forums, one on legacy metadata in October 2019 and another last month on shelf-ready metadata. Will set up a free e-forum for the group to use, as we'd concluded that an e-forum was preferable to an email forum, as everyone already received too many emails, and with an e-forum participants can drop out, then come back easily and, if they wish, continue the conversation. It also acts as the memory of the group and can be used to store, promote documents and links and so on. And both of those topics have been selected by the membership. Finally, we held an RDA orientation workshop at Birmingham City University in December last year. Although this wasn't an MMG event, it was co-badged by the MMG with the MDG and the UK RDA committee. Through our membership of the Mercian Collaboration, we were able to contribute a free venue so that they could bring a valuable meeting with great speakers from the British Library and the UK RDA committee to the region that otherwise may not have happened. It also reduced costs for Mercian participants.
Overall, the experience has been positive and rewarding for us, and we've met many of our intended aims. We've been able to provide professional development in our region, discuss problems and often solutions with colleagues in similar situations to our own, ask those awkward and difficult questions about metadata, practice or standards that only other metadata workers understand, and had opportunities to network with like-minded colleagues. We also had the support of the Mercian Collaboration. These types of networks are ideal for groups like ours, as their core focus is on training and collaboration, and they're run by our directors, so they have our full backing and they understand our concerns. That said, we've had to learn a lot about how and to apply for funding and what can and cannot be funded, and how to deal with institutional bureaucracy. We would recommend to anyone thinking of doing something similar that you need a committed core of participants to maintain it once it's there and to keep interest in the group. You need to listen to what your potential participants want. You need to be aware that this is a marathon, not a sprint, and you can't do everything at once. But do reach out to colleagues elsewhere in other collaborations or the MDG. We're sure they would be glad to help you.
To sum up, basically it's up to you to do it, because in the current climate it's unlikely anyone else will. But as we've said, there are other professionals out there keen to help you, and we're grateful for the support given by the MDG and UK RDA committee at our events. We hope this lightning talk will encourage you, wherever you are and wherever possible, to set up or join an existing group in your region in order to collaborate with each other, both regionally and nationally, in order to advocate for quality metadata, provide more training opportunities, and support the implementation of new standards. The regional collaborations provide an opportunity to do this and will support your work. We urge you to take advantage of them.
Thank you, and any questions?
No, so does anyone have any questions? No, it's a bit late, but let's give another minute just in case. Just a comment from Lynn Dyer so far. Just a comment that it's been great to be part of the metadata discovery group. Oh.
Can I just reply?
Mercian Metadata Group. I see. She put the wrong initials. So, I see. So part of the Mercian group. I see.
Hello to Lynn and say thank you for the nice comment.
Just a comment from Cass Sullivan saying that I'd echo it as well. That Northern Collaboration is it's got exactly the same kind of positive and pioneering attitude that's shared by the Mercian group. The more groups, the merrier. I think we generally feel. So was the take up on the training events good? Yeah, that's from Helen.
Yes, the response has been mixed, but on the whole, we've sort of developed a sort of core of people who participate. So yes, they're always in double numbers, which is, if you're considering there's perhaps one representative from each institution, that isn't, and there's 23 institutions in the Mercian Collaboration. That isn't too bad, I think.
Yeah, that sounds quite good. On Gavin Phillips, and he says he hopes to take inspiration from this to the Southern group. So let's see further proliferation of groups continuing to carry on. Okay, so just have a short break now, 4-minute break before the next session, which will be the serials presentation and discussion. Okay, so just a very short 4-minute break, if that's okay.